Today on Metro Woman, Sonia and I are immersing ourselves in beautiful flowers. Have you ever wondered which flower grows best in certain weather and shade conditions? Or how to design the perfect flower pot? Today on the show, we're with Matt Kaldenberg, owner of Kaldenberg PBS Landscaping in Johnston. It's time for Metro Woman.
Hi there and welcome to Metro Woman.
It's a show for women and about women.
I'm just a tiny bit excited. Today we're doing flowers, and that's my therapy is gardening.
Yes,
I love to get out and dig in the dirt.
It is. It's the best thing to be around, to look at. It just lifts everybody's spirits, no matter what, I think.
And you know, and the nice thing is flowers, there are something for everybody. So, and even if you're a beginner or you're an expert outside, that's the thing, is every year it's something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Get some advice.
Just when you think you know a lot about flowers, you come to a place and it's like, oh, there's always more to learn, and just fun things to learn.
So we're here today at Kaldenberg's PBS Landscaping.
Johnston.
And that's a big title, but you know what? They know a lot. So they need that big fat name to give you a lot of information about working outside. So please join us after the break here on Metro Woman.
Well, here we are with Matt Kaldenberg,
Yes.
owner of the nursery. All right, tell us a little bit about your business here and how you got started.
There's 30 acres here. We have about 2,000 field trees down below. We have several flowers up here, shrubs, bushes, trees, annuals, perennials, whatever you want. Pretty much full service greenhouse. I actually started teaching. I went to school on a wrestling scholarship in college. I taught for 8 years and coached, and did a lot of gardening and landscaping in the summertime, and had a lot of customers, you know, and it just kind of grew and grew from there. And I have now owned this place for 6 years.
Oh, well, it's beautiful and
Thank you.
very lush and
But that was a natural transition, that you had your summers as a teacher, and this sort of filled in that time for you?
I've always been one, I can't sit around and do nothing, and I was always doing something anyway. So yeah, it filled out, and then from there it got to the point to where there's a lot of stuff going on in the spring and the fall, and it was overlapping. So it was a very easy transition, and I enjoy the outdoors. I absolutely love being outdoors, and especially when it's days like today, you know, it's just, you look inside here and see the color and stuff, and
it's the beginning.
So Matt, when customers come in, what range do you have? Everything, annuals, perennials, things for the landscaping, all of that? You can help any kind of gardening needs somebody would have?
Yes, we can help the amateur gardener that's coming in for the first time. We have contractors that come in to pick stuff up for landscaping jobs. We have a full variety. It's whatever somebody wants, we can handle it for them.
Well, tell us about some of the pretty things we see right here and how we can use them.
Most of the stuff here you'll see is for it's for pots, and this type is all stuff is annuals. It's good for what we call potting plants, for your patios, your porches, places you want some color to come out, enjoy, sit down, read a book outside, whatever. The coleuses are very nice, different colors. They're good for pots. Here are some miniature roses. These are real good if you like something on the inside too. These can go outside and they will grow outside, but this is also something that can be taken back inside in the wintertime, and you can keep it, or you just keep it inside, like on your kitchen counter, as long as it's got some light, someplace near some light, kitchen sink, whatever.
And the colors stay pretty
The
constant.
colors are going to stay this constant. All you got to do is we call it deadhead sometimes. We just pick the blooms off after they bloom, but they're going to keep blooming.
Right.
Same here with the Gerber days. Gerber days are very, as you can see, very bright flower, very big bloom on them. They're fun.
They are. They're a happy flower.
They are. They
They're
make you happy
like a
to look
daisy,
at them.
you know?
Yeah,
it
really
just sounds
are.
like fun.
Yeah.
They're again very good for pots, very showy. Come back, you know, you just deadhead them. They're gonna when the bloom's done, you just deadhead it, and it's gonna rebloom.
That's probably something people don't do enough of, is the deadhead.
Well, and that's the hardest.
It's a little maintenance, and And sometimes you don't want to pick it off. At least
and that's where your time comes in.
Yeah.
That's where your time. Any type of perennial. A lot of people think, like behind us, we have all these perennials. People think you just leave them, and they will. They'll come back every year and stuff. The problem is if you don't maintain them and split them or deadhead them, you're going to lose some of the bloom. But there is some maintenance in them. But it's still. It's a good stress relief for a lot of people, and just being outdoors.
Sure. Now, what do you suppose is the breakdown of your customers? People that really need to pick your brain and figure out what to do, where at in their yard, or do you have pretty experienced gardeners? Are a good balance?
We have a good balance. We have several customers that come in here for the first time. They just bought their house. They're looking for something to do. We have people coming in. They're having less time of year. A lot of graduations going on. They're going to have their parties at their place. So what can we do to spruce their place up? What can we do? Things like that. Then we have people that have gardens that are just their backyards are nothing but showcase gardens, you know, and they're just wanting to add something. They're coming to see what's new this year, you know, things like that. So there's all wide range of variety here.
Secret is anybody can love flowers and work with them.
Yes.
Just jump in and do it.
Just asking the right questions, because somebody might not know from a sunny spot in their yard to a shady spot what they should put, and if you spend all that money, you don't want it to die because you put it in the wrong spot.
And that's a good point, Sonia, because I mean, depending on where you put it, it makes a difference. If people don't have an idea, if they have normally the north side of the house is usually a common lack of sun. Well, if somebody likes the flower and they put it there, then they're mad because it doesn't grow.
Yeah.
And it does, you know, soil conditions, everything makes a big, it's one of the important questions that people should ask. And that's what they come here for, and we can try to help them out.
Yeah, I would say too, not only sun direction, but also the size of the area you're working with would be a good thing to come with, that little bit of knowledge. Or the size of your pot, or that type of thing.
The other thing too is bloom time. I mean, everything has different bloom times too sometimes, and you want, you know, depending on what you're looking for. So just basically, just if somebody comes in here, just you have a list of things, you either jot them down or remember, and just ask away. That's it's like anything else you do, you know, have a list and we'll help you out.
Yeah,
that's a thing with, I mean, I love to work outside. I've been interested in it as a hobby for a long time, but that's another thing that even I think an experienced gardener is seeing, that something's blooming constantly in that space.
Yes,
because unless you get out all these research books and see, oh, is this going to be blooming and then it'll morph into this, that's something you can be like, well, this will start at the early springs, late spring, summer, getting it to constantly be going, and have a...
Exactly, and we have several things where we'll start, you know, things like your bulbs, your irises, your tulips, stuff that comes up early spring.
Yeah.
Once they're done, they're done. So then you have, like exactly what you said, we have another plant that comes in behind it, and that's the key, is to having something that is blooming throughout the year, constantly, nonstop. You know, and you know, you don't want to go out and see a garden and nothing there. You know.
Exactly.
Well, it was pretty a month ago.
Right. Exactly.
What are those? You should have been here when. Yeah.
Exactly.
And pansies are always so beautiful and happy again, and they are so. Strong.
They're very strong.
Yeah.
And like you said,
in the Midwest, we need strong flowers.
And the color is just so bright. I mean, these are great potting plants, and like you said, just absolutely gorgeous.
Now, when it gets July, I know sometimes you'll put them in your spring pots, but do they like the heat?
They will take the heat.
They will. Okay.
Not a lot, but I mean, if it gets really, I mean, they're going to shrivel up if they get really hot on you.
Tam, watering.
Well, I know you have to water, but
even
still.
Even the watering
I've heard
sometimes
they get a little.
They will. Even the watering, if you pour it right on top of there, water will act like a magnifying glass. So if it's in the bright sun and it stays on, it can actually burn them and shrivel them up a little bit.
Ooh, so when you're saying water from underneath, don't let the flowers get the water?
Yes, you'll get, because not only that, they get more moisture to the dirt itself, but you can get, like I said, we have a lot of our, I don't mean to jump back and forth, a lot of our perennials too. When you go out there and water them, all right, if the water stays on it and it gets bright sun on it, it can act like a magnifying glass and actually burn the leaves.
Matt, we have just started talking about flowers, so there's a lot more to learn.
Oh, there's a lot more, and if you guys want to stick around and have some fun, how about we go play in the dirt and get dirty, and we'll plant some pots up and just see what we can do.
Join us as we get our hands dirty here on Metro Woman.